What's going on?
It's Monday.
What's going on?
Well, things are wrecked again. More carnage. And I can't buy stuff fast enough because of the way it gets wrecked around here. There would have been an over application problem with the way that this here wand for the sprayer was. Never used to be. Wasn't that way last fall when I took it apart, cleaned it up. But it is now. So now we cut apart the good sprayer to use the wand, then bowed in a circle.
So much to your surprise, when you hooked it up, there was multiple leaks.
Look at the floor. So, yeah, it was spraying. I just took off running when I engaged the electrical harness of.
So I remember,
Look at this.
the last time that this was used, we were burning CRP and using it as our water or fire extinguisher. And then the big LP tank tipped over as Jordan was getting the side-by-side stuck on Freed's and broke the tip right off. And then it was one of them deals where we'll fix it later.
Just take it apart, throw it in the corner, so when we need it, then now it don't work. Yep, I know. This clamp, look at there. You could clamp a 12-inch hose with this here thing. Well, just put it back on. Slice my finger open on it later. Am I complained enough now for Monday morning? Yeah. Well, back to the 01 Polaris and the sprayer. Here we go.
All right, guys, next job is we're gonna be swapping trailers on Purple Pete, getting the new trailer hooked up, make sure wiring's all right and that we understand the truck. You missed a spot, Brody.
May have to.
What?
May have.
So unfortunately it came with grease on the plate, and since we run poly plates, we gotta try and rub that off. That should be fun. I don't know, man, maybe just pressure washer. It's really gooey. Really gooey. Alright, I think we got her pretty good. Little brake cleaner, little rag, and a lot of work. Elbow grease. Gonna have to slide the plate, Brody. That should be good, right? I love when that works the way it's supposed to, you know? There we go. We're locked. So Brody's into summer service. You don't normally do this?
Back there.
Yeah, he's normally washing. Jordan's washing. So summer service to all, basically anything with an engine in it. The quad track's a little more in depth. He's checking bogey wheels right now, make sure levels are all good. If we have a leaky one, like a really bad one, then we'd have to rip it down, maybe new seal, stuff like that. We haven't had that yet this year. Blow air filters out. I know you're not supposed to do that, but we allow it for one time in between spring and then harvest, and then they are replaced after harvest. And they normally make it. And we haven't blown any engines up yet. Yet. And grease, check all fluids. If there's any complaints that the operator had of, you know, a windshield wiper or the AC seat not working.
I see they really like washing their windows.
She's a little dirty. But yeah, that's what we do after spring. Normally it's sooner than this. It's middle of summer now, but sometimes some of these couplers go bad on the older ones. I know we had one of those, or the EHR, no? Yeah, EHR code pops up, and Brody, this one's dirty.
Very dirty.
Terrible.
You can't go in the fall looking like this.
This one's gonna need a maybe sull air, blow this off.
That's what they should look like.
That is. Brody cleaned that one.
I think I could rehab them. Times are tough.
They're getting so thin, they're wearing the back off, though.
Corn's under $4, so
It's closer to $3.50 than $4.
right. That's why I said under 4. You think I should buy them new, huh?
Well, yes, I think you've gotten your life out of them. And no wonder it was stripping the grass. Look
I
at
know.
all the ones that edges.
I know that it tore the grass instead of cutting it.
How much horsepower did that use?
Wide open. I don't know. There's no
It'll be like a brand new mower.
no turbo gauge on it. Yeah. So now I gotta wait till tomorrow. So Amy don't have a mower tonight, and she wanted to mow.
The real question about this is how many years has it been since you have sharpened these?
No comment. It's really what hurts them are the rocks that the turtles are digging out of the road ditch, and then they roll to the bottom and just whack, and the rock goes flying. It's quite a. Just stay away when you see me mowing the road ditch. Don't drive by. You might lose a window.
So now that the belly dump's washed, we're gonna unhook this and then get the truck back in, do a little bit better job up under the fifth wheel. And then tonight get just the truck in the side door so that we can do tires tomorrow, hopefully. So this trailer, fun fact, nor our other belly dumps have jacks on them. So it's old truck rim and some lumber. And then when that sinks in the dirt, then you gotta get the payloader and lift this up to get it hooked up. That's always cool. New day, continuing on the same projects. We're gonna do both steer tires. We're going to do all drive tires and one pusher axle tire. So that leaves all but one tire.
Might as well replace them.
Might as well do that one too.
Yep.
But this one's good, Jordan.
Well, we could switch it from over there to over here.
Just go side to side. So both rear ones are completely shot, bald, rock drilling. These ones are not shot, but are gonna be spares because it's not the best to put new ones on with used ones for the drive line. So we're all new. And the steers are, this one ain't terrible, but the other side is, she's done. So guess nothing to it but to do it. This ain't working, Jordan. Gonna have to use air. Someone stole all of our big batteries for the gun, so she ain't got the power. Randy was doing tree trimming, so he took all the high voltage ones for the chainsaw. Left us with nothing. So we got to resort to the air powered tools. This has been a while since this one's been pulled out. We literally don't use air powered tools besides an air hammer really anymore, since the Milwaukee stuff is generally way more powerful actually than the air stuff when you got the right batteries. Oh gosh, I forgot how heavy this is. Wow. So I got the pusher axle tire off. That's kind of hard to see probably with the camera. Look at that, nice tread. Looks like 75% tire. Come to this side and we're hitting the different colored rubber, and you can see how much has been ate off in these random spots. I know we put a lot of money into this truck and got new kingpins. The only thing I can't remember is if we replaced this tire after we did that. I think we did the right side but not the left side, which would make sense. And I hope by putting a new tire on and new kingpins that helps. But man, this is a classic pusher axle tire for every truck we own. Just gets chewed. Look at that. And those are not cheap tires either, to have 75% tread on 90% of the tire.
Taken off, new ones put back on by the time I got here.
Look at this. Look at this. He's talking crap on our progress
I wasn't late, I was getting parts.
as he texts the group. I overslept and I got to take the dog to the vet.
I did actually have to take the dog to the vet. He got a haircut today. And then I had to go get a plug-in.
You think they'd give me a haircut
And then I got Casey's Pizza.
for Jordan too?
Nope, just myself. One
on a
slice.
He's
I'm on a diet too. Can you see?
wow. Well, I'm glad that you got here.
Yeah, me too.
So you're gonna mount them all since you showed up late?
We had a race.
No more racing. I hurt myself the last time we tried to do that. All right, I'm gonna get these off and those off, and then you can start putting them on. You said you were working out,
I did last night.
biking.
That's working out. Just pulling a kid around. 30 pounds, that's working out. Then you get the hills and then it's really, whew, the legs really burn. I almost had to get off and walk up the hill because it hurt so bad.
Wow.
I powered through it though.
Did I miss the white shirt memo today? Or?
White shirt.
Summertime, you always gotta wear a white shirt. It's too hot wearing dark colors. That looks a little better. Should break the back window out real nice when we get the front set on. So we're working on the second set. Now I got a meeting, so Brody's gonna wrap this all up for me.
Yeah, I'll get it all done.
Yeah.
Be done when you're done.
So I got a meeting. These guys are my grain marketing company, so we're gonna sit down, we're gonna run over some numbers and get them more comfortable for the camera, and then we're gonna talk about Everegg.
There we go. Looks like a plan.
We gotta start with the not so fun talk first.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it.
So I got Brandon here. I've been working with you for, how long have you been with
Probably
Everegg?
about 2 years now, but
Okay.
collectively, yeah, 5.
Yeah, but I've been with Everegg since 2020.
Yeah, 2020, yeah. We work with grain producers really across the country on grain marketing and risk management. So putting together a marketing plan, helping with the physical execution of sales, profitability protection, right? The education and utilization of some of those tools like options, and really just kind of collectively bringing the holistic plan together to try and meet the long-term goals of the operation, and doing so by working backwards through the execution of marketing.
We're actually now working on like 25 sales.
Yeah.
24 is pretty much done for me.
Yeah.
So we're working on talking about 25, and a lot of when I got hooked up with Everegg, it was like I was unhappy with coming into this time of the year with way too much bushels unsold, and this is a prime year, which is also why I'm bringing Everegg onto the channel, just to see if you guys need help with grain marketing, puts, calls. I mean,
Yeah.
we've been knocking it out of the park the last 2 years with puts and calls and doing stuff that I was not comfortable ever doing
Yeah, definitely.
by myself. Didn't know how to. I never went to college. I looked at, obviously their service isn't free. I looked at what it costs as my education to know how to grain market in the future, to know what you guys are talking about actually when they're talking about it, because they do a very good job of explaining what it is, which I need a lot of. But at the beginning I knew nothing, and now at least I understand what he's talking about of puts, calls, spreads, rolling and basis, all of that stuff I've learned a ton about. And so that's why I got them on the channel, and I will put the link in the description to these guys. They've got how many different agents?
Yes, we've got like 6 people that across the Midwest primarily that work specifically on my team. We also do a lot, in the dairy and livestock space as well. But yeah, on our grain team, we're primarily based through the Midwest. And so yeah, if anybody ever has questions, by all means, just let us know. Happy to help. So
Yeah. now that we got our meeting over, now we can eat
There we go.
and just, you know, shoot the stuff like
Yeah, shoot the
farmers
stuff, right?
do.
That's right.
So they just took off. Looks like Brody and Jordan got the other tires on. Dad went to town to do the steer tires. We do not do our own steer tires. A guy did message me, and I got some beads to put in steer tires, but as many weights that was on that tire or that rim, I don't know if I have too much faith in a bag of beads that's supposed to balance it. So, and we didn't have any steer tires, so he's getting steer tires. But I just wanted to take a recap on Everegg there. They have really helped me. They are not a sponsor. I just want to bring them on the channel here to show they've helped me with 24 season. I'm very happy. That's why I'm bringing them to you guys. Maybe they can help you. They can't make corn go to $7 again, but they can help you, you know, work through next year. How about that? I'll say next year's crop. Because this year is kind of not the best right now. I found the wire to use. Wow, look at you guys just hanging out in here, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Looking busy.
Yeah, look at it.
That's nice, accessible area there. So what we're doing is we're gonna run a 2-wire harness right here. We gotta go down in that hole behind Brody, which is basically inside this rail where all the lights are drilled in and wiring harnesses come out to power up different things. We're coming back to here, which we're gonna been tracing wires. These two here must just be power, standard power when the key is on. Raise, lower the rear axle here. The idea is axle up when empty, then you just don't scrub those back tires off as quick. And when you're loaded, you lower that axle. It saves on brakes, tires, you name it, wear and tear on everything. But the only way to adjust it is back here. We want to do it from the cab. We have a switch for all of our pusher axle trucks when we have 3 tires on here, or 3 axles. So the switch is there. We just have to eliminate the hot power here whenever the key is on and run our switch wire in to those 2 terminals and everything, and then just leave this switch on all the time. And then the cab switch will be the one that turns that on and off. Just that easy, right? We just gotta run a wire through this rail and get it there. And then it'll be this plug-in right here. We just gotta knock a hole here, come through with a plug-in, and she's ready to roll. We're fishing. There's 2 ways that this go. We get the fish stuck in there or we successfully make this work. Feed her through, there we are. So basically these things are hollow by about like that much. And then there's multiple different layers in there. So they're maybe about that wide, I'd say half of this, and then there's a floor or a wall within this pipe. So we're in the first level to right here, and we're jumping up to this level, and we've come out right here. And now we're gonna follow this one all the way to the front of the trailer. Those lines are basically indicating the different floors within the pipe. Is that a good way of describing it? You wanna explain what you just found out, Dougal, and how we've wasted time?
Well, I called a few guys.
Called Titan Trailers.
I'm gonna get the owner's manual out of the owner's manual holder there, and I better read. So I'll be in my office with the air conditioning set on 65, reading about all of the...
She's a lot fancier than we once thought. So this rear axle, as long as the switch is on and the key's on and it's got power, has a module on it so that when the trailer becomes loaded, it automatically lowers the rear axle, and then when you empty the truck, it automatically raises the rear axle. Totally idiot-proofing the whole trailer, and now we don't have to run a wire to the front, even though we were half completed with the job.
Yeah. There's got to be a sticker on here somewhere that we haven't found that says Cadillac.
That is, I like that idea a lot. Because now really anyone can jump in the truck and doesn't need to be told, hey, remember the switch when you're getting loaded. It's all automated.
And then when you shut the key off, so we were concerned as we were visiting that if we load the trailer or leave the trailer loaded and shut the key off, the back axle will raise, which he said, yes, it will. But the trailer is built so that it can support all the weight on the one axle.
So that was my concern. If one axle raises once the truck is off, keys off, that it's going to put all the weight on one and damage something. But he reassured us that it's just fine.
For it. Do they know which axle that I chose or you chose? Who chose?
Both of us, all of us.
The back axle we wanted to raise so that we could turn in approaches tighter empty. I don't know if
training the guys that they don't need to turn as wide, so then when they're loaded with it down, then
with
they'll shortcut it loaded.
But I think everybody else always has the forward axe raise. I suppose that's for better ride empty, but we went opposite because that's the way we think.
That's the way we roll. Well, with that being said, I think that's going to be the end of the day. We ended up changing oil on Kenny, so he's ready for this fall. Still had 3,000 miles to go, but I don't know how many miles. It's definitely not going to get 3,000 before harvest to change it, and it's going to get 7,000 during harvester. That's what we put on last year. So, yeah, got that all prepped up, and I think it's the end of the day. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you guys in the next one.